Hi Booktube, Tamara here. It is day 4 of the Bout of Books readathon, and I wanted to give you a tiny update. First, I'm going to apologize for the fan, hot, we know the drill. So far, I have read up to part 4 of the first volume of the Saga series, and I love it. I haven't been reading it at a very fast pace because I find myself reading at night now and I can't see it that well because it's very dark. So maybe this weekend I'll turn around and actually read during the day. Novel idea. The puns. One thing I could read at night was Fire by Kristen Kishore, and it is book 2 in the Graceling Realm trilogy. And I read Graceling at the beginning of 2014, and I thought that I'd read Fire at that time as well, but I wasn't sure. Fire is this book about this girl, kinda, named Fire. She is a human monster. In this realm, there's all of these beautiful monsters that roam the land, and they are so beautiful and so captivating, and that's how they hunt and kill their prey. As a human monster, she has this gorgeous red hair, and everything about her people find captivating. Fire has a normal human mom and a father who is a monster. He was terrible. He terrorized the land, at least until he died, and he was very manipulative and a monster. And Fire was an incredibly sympathetic character to me. She was very much tried her hardest to help people in any way that she could, and as a woman monster, she faced difficulties that her father didn't have to. Like, the people would either be so enthralled that they would be totally in love with her in a creepy, crazy way, or on the flip side, they would hate her and yell and say such terrible things filled with vitriol and want to do things to her body and like degrade her. Just horrifying. At the beginning of the story, you're introduced to her best friend Archer and his father, and she and Archer go to visit the Queen Renee, and meet her sons, the princes, and then the story goes from there. I wanted to make this review last night after I'd finished the book, but I had cried so much that my eyes were puffy and I was doing the thing, you know, so I didn't want to record that. But this book moved me so much, and it might have been because I was already a little sad, and you know, if I read something that's a little sad and I'm already feeling sad, then I just feel the sad even more. It's like all the sad in the world. And it kind of happened, for me at least, that once I started crying, I couldn't stop crying. Even after there was the resolution and everything was back to the norm, I was still tears. It was really interesting to me how sympathetic I found this very strange creature to be. Something that's so very different than me or anything that I've experienced. But somehow I found similarities to her with myself. I liked how the story played out. There was a lot of fight scenes in the story, and I could follow them very well. Sometimes when there's war scenes and there's so many people fighting, you kind of get lost in the minutia, but Kishore actually writes it in a way that brings you there, and I was able to visualize what was happening, which I find to be very important. There was definitely surprises along the way. There was scenes that I did not expect, and the romance that develops between Fire and one of the princes, I liked how it happened. It wasn't an immediate thing. It kind of just developed gradually, and it felt more realistic than other romances do in fantasy novels that I've read before. And then there was other things too that made sense. I don't think that there was any really perfect character. There was no one that didn't have some type of flaw that they were working on, and that was really important to me. And there were horses. So, are you doing Bout of Books? How is your reading going this week? Have you read Fire before? And what are you reading right now? Let me know in the comments below. I love to talk to you guys. Also, I just started the Winner's Crime, I think. Or is it the Winner's Circle? I can't remember. I'll put the picture right here so you'll know which one I'm talking about. I always get them confused. But I just got it in my Library Overdrive ebook. It's ready for me to reading. So I shall read it, and it will be a glorious time, hopefully. So I will see you again very soon in another video, and I will probably be wearing this shirt. Bye. Read Saga 1 through 4 for this week.